What's up, y'all? Welcome back to episode 22 of Tone Talks. Welcome back to the channel. Hello, guys. Today, let's just hop right into episode 22. And we're gonna talk about why we don't have friends. Anybody out there that doesn't have friends? I don't have many friends. This one's for us. This episode is for us. So, basically, why I feel like people don't have a lot of friends is because, and all of this is just my opinion. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts, but yeah, I just feel like a lot of people don't have many friends because a lot of people have trust issues. A lot of people have come from situations where friends have, screwed them over. We've all seen it on YouTube. Story times, my best friend slept with my boyfriend, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's been so many. I mean, I could just speak for myself. Like, I don't have many friends because I don't really trust a lot of people. I don't, let a lot of people in because I've had situations where friends have screwed me over, and I'm not to say like I've always been the best of friend because I could have done things way differently. I could have worked on, not even worked on, I could have done things just better in certain friendships. Like, I can honestly say that. But like, for the most part, like, I like to think of myself as a cool ass friend. Like, I will have your back to the end. I will hold you down. I'll be there for you, shoulder to cry on, give you advice, all that. Like, but I just feel like it's hard for me to let people in. It's hard for a lot of people to let other friends in just because, like I said, from past ex-friends that have hurt you, you know what I mean? Because, like, when you let a friend in and when you get close with the friend, you almost, ultimately, they become like your family, you know what I mean? So you hold them up to a higher standard than you just would a normal, I don't even know what I was trying to say there, but like, you just hold them up to a higher standard because it's like you share so many memories with these friends and you open up to this person and you tell them every deep dark secret that you have never told anybody, you know what I mean? That's how close friendships can get, you know what I mean? Like I said, you you ultimately look at this person like they're your family, so when they hurt you or when they, do something to backstab you or they are disloyal to you, whatever the case may be, you automatically build that wall up because it's just like you don't ever want to feel that same way that they made you feel, because it doesn't feel good to be betrayed. It doesn't feel good to be screwed over by someone that's close to you, that's someone that you've shared so many memories with and shared so much time with and shared so much getting to know this person, So it's like, that's where I feel like, honestly, a lot of people don't have friends or are like scared to have friends because no one wants to get screwed over, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, like, that's just plain and simple. Like, and that's just my opinion. That's just what, like, I'm just speaking for myself too. In general, is that that's why I don't really have that many friends, or it's like it's hard for me to really open up to people just because, like, I don't want to get screwed over again. I don't want to get fucked over by somebody, Plus, it's hard to just letting that wall down in general with a complete stranger, somebody you don't even know, is to just, telling them all your deep dark secrets and, being very vulnerable with a person like that, it's definitely difficult. And I mean, like, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I just feel like it's super difficult to let that wall down with somebody and to really, like, open up to somebody again just because of prior friendships, it's so hard, especially in this, like, and nowadays in my generation, like, it's so, everything's so fast paced and everybody's so quick to move on and everybody's so, like, on to the next, you know what I mean? So it's really hard to, like, form bonds with people and really to just have a tight-knit group of people because everything is moving so fast and there's so many different people out there and there's so many new people, new personalities. So it's definitely hard, I feel like, to just, like, form a tight group or bond with people because everything, like I said, nowadays is just so fast paced and everything is constantly moving and everything's changing and like evolving, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard to have a tight knit group of like friends, you know what I mean? So, and then two, I feel like from prior experience, it's hard having a big group of friends because it's like so many different personalities in one. Not to say like big group of friends don't happen or there aren't big group of friends out there, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it's just like hard to have a big group of friends, like, especially because there's so many different personalities. Everybody's so different, comes from different, like, walks of life and, like, different personalities, you know what I mean? And sometimes that can be a good thing, you know what I mean? Or sometimes that can really be, like, a bad thing. Like, I've had groups of multiple friends, more than, like, 2 or 3 or 4, like, and it never went well because it's like we all have different personalities, we all have different opinions. So fights naturally would happen, like not like fist fights, but like arguments, you know what I mean, would like happen. So it's like it's definitely hard to have big groups of friends, like because there's just so many different personalities and things like that going on. Not to say like big group of friends don't happen, but it's definitely it's a lot dealing with that many personalities in one room. So shout out to all the people that can handle big groups of friends, because like it's very difficult. It's very difficult. Sorry if I'm being like extra weird, I don't know. But I just feel like it's so hard. Another thing I feel like too with it's like having friends, or like it's like sometimes I feel like people come in to friend groups and already like expect like and already come in with like ill intentions, or don't always come in with the best type of energy or the best type of not even treatment. Like they don't know how to like come in and be respectful and just like not cross boundaries right away. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people, or like I've seen a lot of people like have a new friend group member, and they already come in, there's like no boundaries, no respect. So that kind of like throws people off too, and that makes people like not even want to venture off and get to know other people, because it's just like, okay, is everybody gonna be like how you are? Like, and I know you shouldn't have that mentality, but when you've constantly had issues with friends in the past, and things have not went well with other friends prior to that, you know what I mean? It's so hard, like I said, to let that wall down and to really tolerate a lot with people and really tolerate much bullshit with friends, you know, sometimes, because it's like not easy dealing with friends. It's like it's just not like, not to like I don't want to sound rude or like sound like, you know, I don't love because I love the friends that I have. Like we don't always get along. We look at things very differently at times. We have very different opinions, but overall, for the most part, like I do love them. Like they're my friends, you know what I mean? So it's just like, and it's not easy. Like I'm not saying it's easy. Like, but I don't even know what point I was trying to make there, but it's just not easy dealing with friends and having friends. Like, we've all had friend issues. Like I've had friend issues. You have had friend issues. Your mom, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, whoever. You know, we've all had issues with our friends. Like growing up, and even now, like as we're all older too. Like there still can be issues in friend groups and dealing with friends and just dealing with people in general. You know, because we are all like so different. You know what I mean? And it's so hard to kind of see that sometimes and kind of like look past that. We just all come from different walks of life, and we all just do shit very differently, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I mean? So it's so hard to like just deal with people in general, especially when you, like I said, especially when you do form a bond with someone. It's fights are going to happen. It's just naturally to argue. It's going to be very natural to get on each other's nerves, because you're constantly around this person. You constantly are seeing this person, hanging out. You know, you're spending so much time with this individual, like that. It's just very natural to get annoyed and to argue and to have disagreements. You know, that's just going to happen in a friendship. That's going to happen like in a relationship. You know what I mean? With family, that's just natural. And I'd say it's not like I'm not, because I know it's hard too for me, like, because if you guys don't know, like I speak frequently on this channel about me being a loner and kind of like just doing my own thing and sticking to myself. So I don't want to just come up here and talk from like a loner standpoint, because that's what I'm saying. Like I love the friends that I have. It's a very small group of friends, but I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? I've had big groups of friends. I've had small groups of friends. 1 friend, 2 friend, 3 friends, 4. Okay, that rhymed. Like I've literally sounded like Dr. Seuss, but you know, especially too as you get older, I feel like too you will see, and you like, of course everybody's situation is different. Some of you guys might see it, some of you guys might not, but I do feel like as you get older, you start to like be okay with just having a small group of friends and not that many friends, and just hanging out with a small group of people, because it just be a lot of bullshit with people sometimes. Like I'm gonna be quite honest with you guys, and I just don't, but I'm not trying to like sound like someone who's telling you not to go out and have friends, because I definitely want everybody to have friends. Everybody should go out and have friends. and experience that and just get to know people. You know, that's what life is about. It's gonna be very boring alone, okay? Even though as much as I talk about being a loner and how to like deal with being a loner, like I definitely am a loner, don't get me wrong, but I'm grateful and I love the small group of friends that I do have, you know? So it's like, I don't want you guys to ever like look at this video or think that this video is just like me telling you not to go out and have friends. It is. I'm not, because it's not that. But just be careful too, because like sometimes like we all know like just be careful too when you're getting to know people, and you just have to know people's intentions, and you have to feel people's vibe out and have to really see people for who they really are before you can, like everybody can't be, I can't even speak. Everybody can't be considered a friend right off the jump. Everybody, you can't call everybody a best friend right away. You have to, people have to show you through action, and vice versa. You have to also be a good friend to people too. Like it can't just be all, it should be a 50-50. A friendship should not be hard. A friendship should not be stressful. A friendship should not be difficult. It shouldn't be something that is just makes you like nervous or to like you feel like you can't be yourself around. Like that is not a friendship, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Okay, it's just not. Like you should be yourself around your friend. Your friend should be able to be themselves around you. It should be very easy. It should just flow. Like anything in life, you know, it should just flow. You know, easy, smooth. Like of course there's gonna be bumps in the road. Of course you guys are going to argue, fight, disagree. You know, that comes just natural in friendships. You know. But what makes a real friend to me is just like someone you can bounce, like you can go through all that up and down. I can vent to you, you can vent to me, you can call me when you're at your lowest, you can call me at your most happiest, you know what I mean, and vice versa. That's like what a friendship is to me, and that's how I like look at a friendship, you know. Of course everybody looks at one different, we all define that term differently, you know. But I'm it ain't easy dealing with friends, you know. If you know, then you know, like because we just like are all so different, you know, and sometimes, you know, you drift away from your friends, and sometimes you go without talking to your friends for a long time, you know, and you guys might drift apart, you know, and that's okay too, because that's just a part of life, you know, and that doesn't mean that there has to be an issue, that doesn't mean there has to be like, you know, any bad blood, you know, you guys just drifted apart, things just happen, life just, we all know can get in the way sometimes, and it's just, we're all trying to just navigate through life, you know. But yeah, I just really wanted to make this episode of Tone Talks about like friendship and stuff like that, because it's just like I'll be dealing with stuff like in my personal life that I'm like, I was gonna make this, I don't know, I might do like a part 2 of this episode, but because I feel like I have just so much more to talk about. But yeah, like too, and I see a lot of like, you have to be careful too in friendships, like too, another like point as to why I feel like you have to be careful with friendships, and why people like can I speak, why a lot of people don't have a lot of friends or don't really like take friendship too serious. It's just because like a lot of, you have to worry about jealousy in friendships. Like that is a real thing, not to be like cocky, but friends can be jealous of you, you know. That is a real thing, and they could sometimes want to see you do bad, you know. They don't wish the best for you, you know. You just have to be careful when you're calling somebody a friend, and when you bring new people around you, and when you just want to call somebody a friend, you know. Like that has to be shown through action. You can't just say like, just because we hang out every weekend you're my friend, you know what I mean. Like it can't just be that. There has to be more to that to call somebody a friend, you know. And I have had to honestly learn that the hard way many times. Trust me and believe me, we would be sitting down here all night if I really got into that with you guys. But like so like I truly have learned the hard way with that. Like everybody cannot be called a friend, because people just, they let you down sometimes, you know, ultimately. And I don't want that for you guys. I don't want you guys to be let down. I want you guys to like see the red flags right away with somebody, or see the red signs of that friend you're calling a friend. You know what I mean? Like I told you guys, like a friendship, I feel like it should just flow easy. It shouldn't be like, there should be no judgment. There should be like, both of you guys should be able to lean on each other and have fun together and vent to each other and need each other when you're down and out. You shouldn't just be there when everything's good. Like they need to be there when shit isn't good. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you know they're a friend, you know? Like, because like I said, when you do get close with someone and you do call someone like a close friend or your best friend, you know, like a lot of people call each other their best friend, that's my best friend, you know, but you can't give everybody that title right away, you know what I mean? Not to say they shouldn't have that title, you know, like, because like I said, I don't want you guys to think like this video or this episode is just like about me just saying don't go out and have friends. Like I said, I don't want this to come from me like a loner standpoint, but I do want you guys to be aware, and I do want anybody that clicks on this video, I want you guys to be aware, like, peep the red flags and don't ignore the red flags, you know, and don't, I don't know how I'm trying to word it, but like, you just can't call everybody a friend right away. Like, that takes time, I feel like, and that takes, you know, energy on both sides, and it has to be 50-50 on both sides. It can't just be one-sided. I see a lot of like one-sided friendships too, where one person is like putting everything into it and one person may not be. I've seen a lot of that too, like, and it can't just be like that. Like, everything has to be 50-50. It has to just flow. It has to just be authentic, you know what I mean? It can't be like forced, you know, it can't be like a forced friendship. All I'm saying is like, just peep the red flags, you guys. And, you know, this is just why, like, I probably will make a part 2 or episode 2 of this, because I just feel like I have more to talk about on this specific topic. I just wanted to do this episode because I was just like, you know, this is something I've been wanting to talk about. I think I've I don't know if I've done a Tone Talks about this episode, but I just wanted to do this one. I just wanted to do this topic just because I feel like, and even myself, I sometimes I'm quick to call somebody a friend and then they just do me dirty. Like a situation I'm currently dealing with now, not even dealing with it because I'm just not gonna deal with it, because I'm such like in a peaceful place. I'm trying to get to like a peaceful place in my life and just be very soft and just, you know, react to things differently, and to not me going into a whole therapy session with you guys. But I'm not even gonna like talk about the situation just because like I'm just not like, it's nothing even like so serious where I just like I need to tell you guys, or it's just like not a story time or anything like that. It's just like I brought up this situation because I'm just saying, like, even myself, I'm quick to call someone a friend and I'm quick to think someone's my friend, but it's just like, you know, they do some shady shit to me, or they just do something that I'm just like kind of turns me off, you know what I mean? And like, I know we're all going through things in life, but it's like, you can't just treat people like shit, you know what I mean? Expect people to be around. And me too, like, now the point of life that I'm trying to be at is like very soft and just like very like not tolerating anything that I don't have to put up with, and not accepting things that I don't have to accept, you know what I mean? And just setting boundaries with people and really kind of sticking to that. So now I'm just like not tolerating much bullshit, honestly, and it feels good, and I just don't have to tolerate it, and you guys don't have to either. You don't have to tolerate anybody's BS. You don't have to put up with things that you don't want to put up with, or that you aren't comfortable with, or that you don't agree with, because you're your own person. You have your own life, and you can do anything that you want to do, and you don't have to tolerate certain things that you don't want to tolerate. And that's just that on that. Disagree with somebody else, okay? No, for real, because it's just like, I want you guys to always know, like, don't put up with anybody's bullshit. Life is too short, you know what I mean? And that's just that, okay? There's nothing more to it, you know? But honestly, I'm just gonna close out this episode of Tone Talks, episode 22, about why people don't have friends, or why I feel like it's hard for people to have friends. Comment down below if you feel what I'm saying. If you agree, disagree, comment down below respectfully in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.